introducing, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Welcome to hot, steamy Baltimore, Maryland. And if you're searching for baseball, you are in the right place. As tonight, the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It'll be the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the third game of a four-game series from right here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Hi everybody, Ken Singleton along with John Flaherty. Well, last night the Yankees and the Orioles hooked up in a doubleheader. The Orioles won game one by a score of 5-4, but the Yankees came back with a vengeance. A season high 17 hits, and they won by a score of 10-2 in the nightcap, and flashed a big hitter was Brett Gardner. He had a big night all around.
Well, he really did, Kenny. And maybe Brett Gardner got off to a slow start this year, but he has picked up the pace lately. This is going to be a two-run shot. No doubt about that. The right center field is 7th of the year. That extends a lead, but we know Brett Gardner can also play defense. Was in center field for game two. A perfectly timed leap right up against the wall. Brett Gardner bringing his A game lately. A red-hot hitter and getting the job done defensively.
Let's take a look at the numbers over the last 5 games for Brett Gardner. He's hitting a lofty .409, 9 for 22, couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in, and he's also scored 5 runs. So Brett Gardner's been hot. Let's check out the pitching matchup for the night, brought to you by People's United Bank. For the Orioles, it's going to be Andrew Cash, and the veterans, 2-9. He struggled somewhat with a high ERA, and fresh off at the disabled list, Masahiro Tanaka makes the start tonight for the Yankees.
Well, Tanaka's going to make his start after spending a little over a month on the DL because of this right here, running the bases in interleague play, trying to score on a sacrifice fly. You see him shake the head, not good. But the good news for the Yankees is they're going to get a swing and miss pitcher back. The splitter and the slider combination, when he's on, it can be devastating. He was throwing the ball well before he got hurt. We'll see if he can pick up the pace here in Baltimore.
Well, hopefully Tanaka can get the job done tonight. Just a few blocks from the Inner Harbor. There's Oriole Park at Camden Yards. We'll be back here in just a few moments. Yankees and Orioles coming up next right here on Yes. built to serve. By NFL Experience, the place to go to celebrate summer. Tickets start at $27. Visit NFLExperience.com for details. By Subway, try a signature wrap at Subway restaurants today. And by Buick, visit TriStateBuick.com for great lease offers. The Heart of Maryland chorus with our national anthem, and they did a fine job.
They got it done. That was nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. We're just about ready for baseball as Andrew Kashner will take the mound for his warm-up tosses here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. A warm night. Let's check out the Yankees starting lineup. The red-hot Brett Gardner will lead it off in center field, followed by Aaron Judge. He'll play right field tonight. Batting third, Aaron Hicks. The cleanup hitter will be Giancarlo Stanton. He'll be the DH. Didi Gregorius will be at short. Miguel Andujar will be at third base. Greg Bird's over at first. Austin Romine had a home run here last night. He'll do the catching. And Neil Walker had 3 hits in a doubleheader. He'll be at second base, and he's batting ninth.
Well, manager Aaron Boone sends that lineup out against the veteran right-hander Andrew Kashner. Look at his numbers on the year. It'll be his 18th start. 2-9 record, 4.39 ERA. A guy who does not get a whole lot of run support this year and does not get a whole lot of swings and misses. Batting average against Kashner this year, .281.
Well, let's take a look at the Orioles defense presented by Geico. Let's go from the outfield, from left to right. It's going to be Trey Mancini in left field. The veteran Andrew Jones in center. Joey Rickard is in right. Third to first, it'll be Beckham, Machado, Scope, and Davis. And doing the catching, Caleb Joseph for Andrew Kashner. I always mention it's a little warmer today than it was yesterday. And we'll take a look at the official weather conditions brought to you by Bigelow Tea. And the temperature 92 degrees right now. The wind 6 miles per hour. Yeah, it's more than one fan in a seat tonight. And the humidity has certainly crept up from yesterday. Yankee fans in force here in Maryland. Check out their favorite team. And one of their favorite players of late, Brett Gardner, will step in. He's had a great road trip. 9 for 22 with 7 runs batted in. And last night he just did it on both sides of the ball. 4-hit night in the second game, including a home run. It'll be Gardner, Judge, and Hicks for the Yankees here in the first to face Kashner. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. And it is high and away for ball 1. Kashner's made a couple of starts against the Yankees this year. He's 1-1 on the season. He beat the Yankees April 5th at Yankee Stadium. Orioles won that game 5-2. Beck's pitch to Gardner is hit in the air towards Mancini in left, and he'll make the catch, and there's one down. Now Kashner lost to the Yankees June 1st right here in Baltimore, as the Yankees won that game by a score of 4-1. Nice round of applause for Aaron Judge, the all-star, as he steps in. All-star-like numbers, 25 home runs, 60 runs batted in. He's got a 4-game hitting streak going as he steps in to face Andrew Kashner. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right.
Well, Kashner's a guy, he likes his fastball. He throws it over 60% of the time with a little bit of movement, but he's a 4-pitch pitcher. Slider, curveball, changeup, and the fastball, little two-seamer.
He's had some problems with the home run ball this year. Judge hits it to the right side. Good stop by Davis. Kashner's going to have to cover. He does, and there's 2 down. You know, the shift was on, and you figure you hit the ball to the right side, you got yourself a hit. But he goes right to Davis, the first baseman, who was well off the line.
Well, a lot of times when you have a two-seam pitcher, you try to stay inside the ball and drive it the other way. Judge gets jammed. You're right, Davis positioned perfectly, and Kashner does a nice job getting over.
So 2 up and 2 down for the Yankees here in the first, and the number 3 hitter, Aaron Hicks, will step in. 2 for 8 on this road trip. Missed a little time in Toronto with a cramping in one of his legs. First pitch, Kashner misses for a ball, but he's been hot. 10 home runs in his last 21 games, and he's been hitting for both sides of the plate.
We talked about his versatility. He had leadoff in the first game yesterday, now hitting third. Well, you know this better than anybody, Kenny. The switch hitters in the middle of a lineup, such a luxury for a major league manager.
Well, you don't have to worry about the pinch hitting, especially because Hicks has been hitting well from both sides. There's a pitch, and that misses. 3 balls and no strikes. We talked about the fact that Aaron Boone likes to turn people loose on 3-0. He's got home run hitters. He wants them to hit home runs. But I think on this sort of count, you got to try and keep from trying to do too much. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and he's taken all the way, and that's in there for a strike.
Well, you can see the movement on the fastball for Castner. It's not a typical sinker. Kind of runs away to the lefties. Aaron Hicks has had a good look at 4 of those 2-seam fastballs already. We'll see if he has a good swing here at 3-1.
He does have a good swing, but he fouled it off, and the count is now full at 3-2. Just behind Brett Gardner there. Looks like Masahiro Tanaka's waiting for his turn to pitch. The payoff pitch is on the way, and it's hit on the ground into the shift. Manny Machado, the shortstop, cuts it off, throws the first in time, and the Yankees go quietly here in the top of the first. 1, 2, 3. The Orioles are coming to the plate. And he'll get the start for the Yankees, and this is the Oriole lineup he will face. Leading off will be the third baseman, Tim Beckham. Adam Jones will be in center field. Manny Machado will be in the shortstop. He'll bat third. Mark Trumbo cleaning up. Jonathan Scope starting to warm up a bit. 438 during an 8-game hitting streak. Chris Davis will follow him. Then Trey Mancini, Joey Rickard, and Caleb Joseph will round out the Orioles lineup.
Masahiro Tanaka is back. It was just a little over a month spent on the disabled list. The numbers are good. 7-2 with the 4.58 ERA. You think about Tanaka, he threw 69 pitches in his rehab outing, probably looking at the 80-pitch mark today.
In his career against Baltimore, Tanaka is 3-4 and 1-1 this year. He lost to the Orioles April 5th at Yankee Stadium, and he beat the Orioles right here at Camden Yards on June the 2nd. Here's Beckham. Beckham has spent some time on the DL this year, strained groin muscle. He injured himself running out of ball at first base. Here's Tanaka's first pitch of the game. And it's high and inside for ball 1.
First pitch slider from Tanaka.
You know, if he has the slider and the splitter working tonight, I mentioned it last night, the Orioles have the worst batting average against breaking pitches in the American League. Here's the ball hit in the air. Shallow right field. Oncoming is Judge, and the Judge puts it away. 1 down. Let's check out the Yankees on defense, presented by Geico. Gardner, Hicks, and Judge in the outfield, and Duhar, Gregorius, Walker, and Bird in the infield. Austin Romine had a home run last night. He's doing the catching for Masahiro Tanaka. And that'll bring up the veteran Adam Jones, who had the second game of the doubleheader last night off. He was helping out the grounds crew. He was out in the bullpen, maybe warming up a pitcher or two. He was everywhere in the ballpark. Tanaka's pitch hit in the air to right field. Let's see, right center field. Who's going to make the play? It's going to be Hicks. And there are two down as Jones goes after the first pitch. It was just a matter of which Aaron was going to catch it. So one pitch and Jones is down for the second out to bring up Manny Machado. Machado working on a 5-game hitting streak. Well, let's put it this way. It was broken in the second game last night. So that 5-gamer, he's looking to start another streak. But he's hit well against the Yankees this year with 4 home runs. A lot of scouts on hand. Of course, the rumors are that Manny Machado will be heading elsewhere soon, as the Orioles are shopping him around looking for the best deal. Machado could be a free agent at the end of the year. Squares the bunt, takes a pitch for a call strike. Andujar was somewhere near left field.
Kenny, do you get the sense Machado may be getting a little annoyed with all the rumors, all the questions he has to answer day in and day out? Last night the answer was, I'm a shortstop. That's my position.
Yeah. Tanaka's next pitch hit on the ground to the right side and threw for a base hit against the shift. Yeah, I heard Manny on the radio today locally, and he was saying everywhere we go it's Manny, 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 Manny. He's trying to put that out of his mind and just do his job. He has a base hit here, and he does have another streak going. It's at 1 right now. 1-game hitting streak. So he's aboard for Mark Trumbo, the cleanup hitter.
Well, Tanaka looks like he has control of the strike zone early. 5 pitches, he's thrown 4 strikes. And obviously spending a month on the disabled list. That first start back, going to be a little amped up in the first inning, but location looks pretty good early.
Trumbo had a home run in the first game yesterday that helped get the Orioles back into the ball game. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball and strike 1. Trumbo 9 homers last 22 games, and he said he really benefited from his time spent with the Seattle Mariners. He was only there for 96 games in 2015, but he got to work with Edgar Martinez, and Edgar helped him shorten up his swing, and I think he's gotten really quicker inside. That pitch misses low, and it's a ball and a strike. I think anybody who had the benefit of working with Edgar Martinez is going to come out a better hitter. If you talk to Mariano Rivera, he would say that was the toughest hitter he ever faced. Just couldn't get him out. Off the end of the bat, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Flash, you were talking about Tanaka being all amped up in the first inning, and that could be dangerous. This Oriole club, they don't hit off speed pitches well, so he's got to make sure he has his soft stuff working.
You know what? I'm sure he's amped up on the inside, but what we've seen from the execution, not overthrowing, hitting his spots, working the breaking ball in there. See if he goes with a split here, 1 and 2.
Yeah, he does, and it's low, blocked by Romine, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanaka with a record of 7-2. His ERA 4.58 is kind of high, but he's benefited from some of the best run support in the league. The Yankees average about 7.5 runs per game when he's on the mound. So he gets the run support, and there are years where you can pitch to a 2.5 ERA and you don't get the run support and you don't win games. Machado's on the run. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Manny has kind of added the stolen base to his game this year. He's 7 out of 8. He got a pretty good jump there. The Orioles were not a running club last year, and by no means are the mid-70s St. Louis Cardinals, but they used to run all the time. But they run a little bit more than they did last year. Willie McGee, Ozzie Smith, those type of guys. Tommy Herr. The 2-2 pitch swung on it, missed, strike three. Tanaka picks up his first strikeout. Machado is stranded at first. At the end of one, no score here in Baltimore. Toyota, the Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. And here's how the conversation goes this evening. What do you think of players supporting their teammates in the MLB's Final Vote campaign for the last roster spot for the American League teams? It's awesome. It promotes their teammates and it makes some fans laugh. It shows their support for each other on and off the field. It's great watching the videos they have done for their teammates. And Giancarlo Stanton takes a pitch for a call strike. Now fans, follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid to keep the conversation going. Stanton takes one outside. The count levels at a ball and a strike. Of course, Giancarlo Stanton is in the final five in the American League. I voted for him last night.
You know what I love about it? Because, you know, Giancarlo's not going to be promoting himself. So
foul ball.
He promotes himself by hitting rockets. That's what he does. But his teammates step up and get involved, and they have a good time with it. I love it.
They do. We got David Robertson on video supporting his teammate. That's coming up in just a moment here.
Well, I was thinking about it. Giancarlo's personality is not to promote himself. You remember a few years ago, Nick Swisher, when he was all pumped up and promoting, going for it. He was out there, get me to the All-Star game.
I thought he was running for office. The pitch is inside for ball 2-2. Stanton, 4-game hitting streak. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Cashing with the breaking ball. Here's David Robertson in support of Giancarlo Stanton.
I'd vote for Giancarlo because he doesn't wear a shirt in his interviews. Go to Yankees.com/vote and vote for the Big G.
Well, guys, that is factually accurate from David Robertson. But, hey, that's going above and beyond as a teammate right there. Flash, Kenny, would you guys ever do that for a teammate?
I tell you what, the only way I would do it, I would bang out like 50 push-ups before I did that video, make myself look a little better. You know, I did a video before the game today, and I was thinking about doing it, but I was in the dugout, and there's too many people looking.
Oh, that's what held you back, Kenny? You know what? Some other teammates are getting involved as well. Gleyber Torres spoke his mind on behalf of Giancarlo Stanton, saying that he'd like him to come to D.C. with Torres. Also, Luis Severino trying his hand in broadcasting, trying to do the John Sterling home run call for Giancarlo Stanton.
Wow.
It was a good effort. And you can check all those out on Yankees.com or the Yankees Twitter account. You can also vote as well if you'd like to see Giancarlo Stanton as the final vote getter to send him to the All-Star game. And I also heard, it's not out yet, but coming soon, Aaron Boone actually does the home run call from John Sterling and Michael Kay.
Ground ball to short. Manny Machado would toss out the Yankees shortstop Didi Gregorius, so there are 2 outs.
What did I say? Stanton is about 3rd in the voting right now, I think. They're the candidates.
Stanton, Benintendi, Eddie Rosario from Minnesota having a good year. Gene Segura having a fantastic year. Segura is leading the vote as of now. Andrelton Simmons was the fine shortstop for the Angels. Those are the candidates for the final vote. Yankee fans get behind Big G. Off the end of the bat by Andujar, and the ball rolls foul. The ball had a lot of English on it, and maybe in the case of Andujar, a little Spanish too. And the ball rolls foul, and he'll come back to the home plate.
Yeah, you can see Caleb Joseph a little disappointed in himself. You know this is a freebie if you can get it in fair territory. Another look on Yes Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. And the spin that was on that baseball just carries it into foul territory. And Andujar gets another opportunity.
Andujar 4 for 18 on the trip, but over a longer period of time he's 12 for 40, and that works out to 300. Having a fine rookie season. 40 extra base hits. Here's the pitch, and that straightens him up. Ball and a strike. Cashner got into baseball. He's a first-round pick of the Cubs back in 2008. As we look at Andujar's rookie ranks, 40 extra base hits. There's a call strike. Ball and 2 strikes now. Cashner is out of Texas Christian University. Miggy wouldn't chase, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on for the Yankees here in the second. No score here in Baltimore. We're talking about the weather has warmed up. Maybe tomorrow even a little warmer here. Swing and a miss. Cashner picks up his 2nd strikeout of the inning and the 2nd of the game. It's on to the bottom of the 2nd. No score in Baltimore. Is brought to you in part by Norwegian Cruise Line. Feel free. By People's United Bank. We've been on a winning streak for 175 years. People's United Bank, member FDIC. And by Dodge. Visit Dodge.com today. That's where we are. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Sun setting in the west as it usually does. No score. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Jonathan Scope, red hot second baseman, will lead it off for the Baltimore Orioles against Masahiro Tanaka. Tanaka's first pitch is in there for a call strike. Scope, 8-game hitting streak. We showed you in the opening graphic of the Oriole lineup that his average has been rising. Off to a very slow start, and one reason it's going up, he's starting to hit the ball more to the opposite field. And that's off the plate, 1-1. He's a free swinger who does not walk very often. 12 base on balls in 281 at-bats. He goes up there looking to hack. 1-1 pitch. Swings at this one and fouls it off, and it's 1-2. That's off the front of the Yankee dugout. Schoop had a big year last year. He was an all-star. There's been a clamor among the Orioles fans here with the imminent departure of Manny Machado. They feel that they should lock up Schoop. He could be a free agent, I believe, after next year. Good defender, power hitter. Drives one to left field. Going back is Gardner. Still going back, and this one's off the top of the wall. Or did it go out? Yeah, it did. Ball comes back on the field, but Schoop has his 11th home run of the year. Just got over the wall and left. And Baltimore takes a 1-0 lead. That was a line drive.
Well, we know Tanaka can give up some home runs. You just hope they're going to be the solo shots. I was just thinking everything looks so good for Tanaka early in this game. The slider's been outstanding. Aaron Boone coming out, wants to make sure that it cleared the fence.
Let's take a look. Ooh.
Off the top of the wall and then looked like it came back in.
I don't think it went out.
You know, Brett Gardner's reaction told me that it went out because he quickly didn't try to hustle up and get it in. But from that replay, it doesn't look like it made it out.
And from that angle, it didn't look like it went out either. So Schoop might be heading back to second base. What do you think, Flash?
I think that's a double.
I do too. I think that's a clear indication that ball did not leave the ballpark. Now it was called a home run originally by the umpires. Now, if they hadn't called it a home run and Schoop runs all the way around the bases and Gardner gives up on it, it would have been an inside the park homer, wouldn't it?
Wasn't Gardner's reaction kind of strange, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like he just assumed it was a home run and kind of gave up on the play.
Maybe he thought it hit a fan and then came back in. They're taking a good long look at it, but I thought the indication was clear that this ball did not get over the fence. There was no Jeffrey Mayer out there for the Oriole fans. They must be getting all kinds of angles. Take a look at this. Schoop's in the dugout. If he gets a home run on this, it would be number 11. All 11 of his home runs would be solo shots. They pointed to second base, and here comes Buck Showalter. He just had a run taken off the board, and Schoop is headed back to second. So let me get the white out here for my scorecard. You think he's talking about Gardner's reaction? So that will go as a double, a leadoff double for Schoop. Here in the second. And now he gets a chance to talk to his countryman, Didi Gregorius, in more of a lengthy manner. So Schoop's at second with nobody out, run taken off the board, still scoreless here in Baltimore. Here's Chris Davis. The shift is on, and the pitch to Davis is outside for ball one. Davis hitting at 159. But lately he's been coming on a bit. A 4-game hitting streak. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. 159 average, lowest in the major leagues. 107 strikeouts, 5th most in the major leagues. That's in 271 at bats, and slugging 284, 2nd lowest in the majors. Alcides Escobar at 275. This is not what the Orioles expected when they're paying him over $20 million a year. Throw to second, and Scope is back. Now, of course, Davis got that contract. One year he hit 53 home runs. Another year he hit 47. And lately he's shown some of that form. 5 home runs his last 17 games. But he can be pitched to. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
A good split finger right there from Tanaka, moving away from Davis. And we talked last night, he likes the ball down and in. Anything down and away like that's going to be a good pitch. Also the fastball elevated. Get some swings and misses up there.
Tanaka ahead on the count, 1-2. Check of the runner. Ball hit on the ground to first. Bird has it, flips to Tanaka on the play. Scope will move over to third, so Davis gets the job done as far as advancing the runner. And we'll see how the Yankees play it from here. It looks as though they're going to bring the infield in with Trey Mancini coming to the plate, trying to cut off the run.
Well, we've seen enough of Trey Mancini. He's an aggressive hitter. He likes the ball out over the plate. Hits the ball well the other way. Expect Tanaka and Romine to kind of run some fastballs in on his hands. Try to get a nice easy ground ball and obviously go to that split when you need it.
Mancini is 0 for his last 10. There's a swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. Mancini's seasonal average is down to 222. Tanaka trying to pitch his way out of a jam here in the second. That's a little bit low, and it's a ball and a strike. Flash, what did you say? 80 pitch count for Tanaka tonight?
Right around 80 is what Aaron Boone was talking about.
Swing and a miss. A fastball tied him up, and it's 1-2.
Well, I love that pitch from Tanaka. 93 miles an hour with a little bit of life up and in. Mancini's going to have trouble with that. Now the options are all there for Tanaka. You can bounce a split. The slider's been really good early in this game. You could go to that off-speed pitch. You could go back in again and double up.
The 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2-2.
Oh, but the slider, he's had a good one early in this game.
On deck is Joey Rickard. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Little number. Gregorius checks the runner at third. Plenty of time to throw out Mancini. And Scope is held at third base. 2 down. Now the infield can drop back.
That is a clinic by Tanaka and Austin Romine behind the plate on how to get a weak ground ball. Mancini saw everything from fastballs in, sliders down and away, and then finally the split down and in. A pretty easy play for Didi Gregorius.
So 2 down, the infield can drop back, and Rickard will come to the plate. Had himself a good doubleheader yesterday. He went 3 for 6. Little number foul, and Tanaka jumps ahead on the count. No balls and a strike. Last night's doubleheader, we had just over 26,000 here. And looks to be about the same sort of crowd tonight. A ball and a strike. Tanaka just misses downstairs. He deals. Good stop by Austin Romine, and now the count is 3-1. He's fallen behind Rickard. Number 9 hitter, Caleb Joseph, the Oriole catcher, would be next if Rickard could keep this inning going. Slider for a strike, 3-2. Or make it 2-2. Tanaka fighting his way back. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him. So Tanaka pitches around a lead-off double. The Orioles do not score, and there's no score here in Baltimore.
For all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
We are back, top of the third inning here in Baltimore. We are scoreless. Andrew Kastner 6 up, 6 down for him. It'll be Greg Bird leading off the third. It's been this type of a year in Baltimore. Joey Rickard, the strikeout. Manager Buck Showalter, the reaction in the dugout. He thought that Pedro Scope had a solo home run. That was taken away, and Baltimore could not cash in. I like to say Pedro Scope, but it was Jonathan Scope.
Well, there was a Pedro Scope here at one time, and now he's with Chicago.
Boy, it's been that type of year here in Baltimore.
Yep.
On our NFL experience scoreboard, we're scoreless. Greg Bird was 1 for 4 in game 2 of the doubleheader last night. Had an RBI, trying to get things going a little bit. Now, Major League Baseball, you have all of these metrics with ground ball percentage, line drive percentage, and the numbers as far as the metrics go are getting better for Greg Bird. A lot more line drives recently, so looking to turn his year around.
One thing I noticed during this at bat, he's choked up just a little bit. That's kind of new.
There's a good look at it. Behind in the count, 1-2 to Cashner. Good swing there, fouls it straight back.
And for the left-handed hitters here, along with this whole ballpark, an inviting wall, just 318 down the right field line. Then the flag court, and then Utah Street.
Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Cashner. I watch Greg Bird hit, Kenny. You know, sometimes it just looks like the timing's off for him. You know, every hitter talks about getting ready early. To me, it looks like he just gets ready just a little bit late.
This one's up and away. This is looked like he was trying to pull it, and the way to attack that is hit the other way, especially against a shift with 2 strikes.
One down to bring up Austin Romine. Romine had a good night last night. 2-run home run, had a double and an RBI, kind of salvaged his night. 2 for 5, also caught 6 shutout innings from Luis Sessa. Nice pick-me-up for the Yankees in game 2 of that doubleheader.
Yeah, Sessa did a fine job. Giovanni Gallegos got his first major league save. He threw 3 innings. Following Sessa. And the tough part about that is that both those guys are headed back to the minor leagues today. Tough league, huh?
That is really the biggest difference, right? You know, you used to be have a nice outing like that, look forward to another opportunity. Now it's back to Scranton. Keep working. We'll give you a call when we need you. Weak ground ball down the third base line. Beckham lets it go foul. Probably a smart play.
Looked like it was making that left turn just as he got to it and decided not to put any leather on it. Here's a look. Here's its spin. Beckham about to reach for it and let it go. Beckham learning a new position this year. He had played very little third base. With the shift of Manny Machado from third to short, Beckham went from short to third.
The Yankees getting their third look at Cashner this year, and you think back to his last 6 starts. He's thrown the ball pretty well, a 3.18 ERA, but he's 1-5 over those 6 starts. Baltimore does not give him any run support. It's been a struggle. Elevates a fastball, 4th strikeout, 3rd in a row for Cashner. Well, there it is, 2.77 run support per 9 this season for Cashner, lowest in the major leagues.
Yep, throw it up there and maybe just at the fringe of the strike zone. You know who used to be very good at that was Mike Messina. Could really locate his fastball.
2 down to bring up Neil Walker, playing second base again.
You think Messina's a Hall of Famer?
You know what? Every year his case gets better and better, right?
Stronger and stronger. He gets more votes.
The beautiful thing about Mike Mussina, he would come out one game and have a good fastball and would be a power pitcher. And 5 days later, he'd go warm up and said, you know what, today ain't the day with the fastball, and he'd go breaking ball, changeup. Always found a way
to win,
to give him a chance. Yeah. There's a resume: 18 major league seasons, 5-time All-Star, 7 Gold Gloves, 270 wins A 3.68 ERA. From Montoursville, Pennsylvania, doing all of that work in the American League East. Walker ground ball to first. Davis up with it, so an easy 1-2-3 inning for Cashner. He is perfect through 3, and we are scoreless here in Baltimore.
Doing more. Guys, there's some good news on both Gleyber Torres and Gary Sanchez. They continue to progress. Torres hit off a tee for the first time today. He also got in the weight room. He's no longer feeling anything in that hip, so Aaron Boone said they're going to begin to ramp up activities for him. As far as Gary Sanchez is concerned, he went through a full BP on the field today. He also did some light running. He'll continue to go through that program, but both of them could be in a rehab assignment, rehab appearance very soon, so it looks like if not right after the break, maybe not too long thereafter for both those guys to be back.
Well, good news for the Yankees.
Two major components of the lineup.
Bottom of the third, Tanaka back out to work. It'll be 9-1-2 for Baltimore. Big swing and a miss from Caleb Joseph, and then it'll be Tim Beckham and Adam Jones. On our NFL experience scoreboard, we are scoreless here at Camden Yards. Tanaka has given up a couple of hits, but has looked sharp. A lot of talk about the Yankees going out and trying to find some help in their starting rotation before the trade deadline. Getting Tanaka back would be a nice shot in the arm. There's another good split finger, another strikeout for Tanaka.
Well, a lot of dive on that one. Caleb Joseph went for it, and it wasn't there. Just want to. Now you see it. Now you don't. And some kind of break on that one. Third strikeout for Tanaka.
Well, Tanaka has been on the disabled list 3 times in his career. In his first start off of the DL, he has won all 3 of those starts. Looking pretty sharp here. One down to bring up Tim Beckham. Beckham hit a nice fly ball to Aaron Judge in right field his first at bat.
That splitter is more like a changeup with excessive movements. I'm going to change up I like to call it the limp biscuit. Tossing up a limp biscuit. Not that time. That was his fastball.
Fastball has a little bit of pop on it tonight, about 91, 93. Obviously, with some time off, Tanaka looks fresh. Beckham squares around to bunt. The appeal to the first base umpire, and Jim Reynolds says he did not offer. Some umpires you look at and you hear their names, Kenny, and it kind of brings back a memory for me. And Jim Reynolds, his first game behind the plate, I was catching in Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah. I remember Richie Garcia was the umpire in my first game in the big leagues in Cleveland. As Tanaka gets even in the count 2-2.
So our generations kind of crossed, because Richie Garcia was umpiring when I was playing. So you're a lot older than you think. Or you look, let's put it that way.
Here comes the 2-2, and he goes split finger. Beckham hammers it into left field, his first base hit of the ball game. Really the first bad split we have seen from Tanaka.
That one kind of hung up a little bit. Let's see here. This one, yeah, was about thigh high and on the inside, and Beckham got to the spot and drills it into left field. So how was Jim Reynolds his first night out? Was he a little nervous?
He was nervous, but you know, Richie Garcia, my first game in the big leagues, obviously I was scared to death. And Richie put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Kid, we'll get through this together. You'll be fine."
All right. So in other words, you didn't argue with him.
I was just worried about getting the ball back to the pitcher. I was so nervous. Good slider from Tanaka, gets ahead in the count. Adam Jones. Just the group of umpires tonight. John Tumpain's name jumps out at you. Sabathia had some issues with his strike zone the other night. He's at second base.
Yeah, I talked to CC about that today. He said, yeah, let him get to me a little bit. And I just mentioned him. Some umpires have smaller zones than others. And I said, you might get it, you know, an umpire next time I've got a big wide zone. CC held his fingers apart. He said, I just need this much. Andrew Jones has been tough on Tanaka. As Beckham tries, I should say, Adam Jones been tough on Tanaka. Maybe Andrew Jones too. Oh, he never faced Tanaka. Hitting over 400 against the Yankee pitcher.
Well, Beckham takes his lead. He has one stolen base. Has been thrown out one time. He's not running. Jones swinging, gets underneath it. An easy play for Didi Gregorius. 2 down.
You know, the thing about Adam Jones, he's gone 30 games without hitting a home run. The last pitcher he hit a home run against was Masahiro Tanaka. That was back on June 2nd. And this is, I think it ties the longest streak of his career while he's been with the Orioles for not going deep.
2 down will bring up Manny Machado. He had a base hit his first at bat. It's going to be interesting here in Baltimore around that trade deadline. Zach Britton's name, Adam Jones' name, Manny Machado's name.
You know, with Beckham at first, ordinarily, you know, he doesn't steal many bases. I mean, he's had a groin strain, but I don't think he's going anywhere with Manny Machado at the plate.
Well, this is kind of the Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton situation, right?
Yeah, even if he does steal second, Manny Machado shouldn't get anything to hit after that point. And you want Manny to hit. He's already had a single in this game.
Well, Machado, not great numbers. A 172 batting average coming in against Tanaka. Would pick up that base hit. Tanaka behind in the count 2-0.
Like Manny says, it's been all Manny all the time. You listen to the local sports talk radio.
He seemed a little annoyed after the game last night, answering all the questions about rumors. It's only going to get worse. About 7 or 8 teams rumored to be interested in Machado. He's having a great year. It's a 2-1 from Tanaka. He got jammed a little bit. A routine fly ball to Aaron Hicks in center field. So Masahiro Tanaka has worked 3 scoreless innings here in Baltimore. Yankees looking to get on the board. We'll come back for the 4th. Washington, D.C. for the 89th Midsummer Classic. Vote now for Giancarlo in the 2018 Camping World MLB All-Star Final Vote. Keep voting until tomorrow at 4 p.m. to help him secure that last AL roster spot. And don't forget, while voting for Giancarlo, let's also help the Dodgers' Max Muncy lock up that final NL roster spot. Top of the 4th inning, back to the top of the lineup on our Audi scoreboard. Scoreless here in Baltimore. Brett Gardner. It's a good curveball for a strike from Cashner, who's looked on top of his game through 3 innings.
After I dropped you off last night, John, I went home and I voted for Big G. Yeah, I was still kind of amped up from the game.
Voting goes till 4 p.m. tomorrow. We talked about Brett Gardner and his big night last night. Since 2017, the Yankees are 21-3 when he homers in a game. Batting average starting to rise now, just under 260. It's a 2-2 from Cashner. Ground ball to Machado. He's up with it. Strong throw. 1 down.
Cashner now retired 10 in a row. Right out of the gate.
I mentioned his last 6 starts, the ERA just over 3, so he's been throwing the ball pretty well. Does not have too many wins to show for it. And he'll face Aaron Judge for the 2nd time. Judge hit a ground ball to Davis at first, his first at bat, and he takes a first pitch strike. Watching Cashner when he was with the San Diego Padres, and that heavy, nasty sinker doesn't quite have that same movement.
Looks like his fastball tops out low to mid 90s.
StatCast powered by AWS. It's a spray chart for Aaron Judge. The last 100 batted balls, 200 feet or less, and he reaches out. It's a ground ball to Machado, so 2 down.
And it's an example of what the spray chart was showing. That ground ball to short. 41% of the time, that's where he hits it, and they had a man there, Manny Machado.
Two down will bring up Aaron Hicks, who's had good numbers against Cashner, although in limited at bats coming in. It's 4 for 6, now 4 for 7 against them. Career high 16 home runs for Aaron Hicks, 42 RBIs.
I think for him, Flash, the last hurdle is to stay healthy over a longer period of time. So twice last year he went on the DL with rib cage problems, one on the right, one on the left. This year he was out for a while.
They seemed to dodge a bullet with that hamstring scare in Toronto.
Yeah. Maybe that was a case of just artificial surface. That can happen.
Cashner again ahead in the count, 1-2 to Hicks. Looks like they want to elevate that fastball again. And a swing and a miss by Aaron Hicks goes out of the strike zone. So Andrew Cashner is perfect through 4. We have a pitcher's duel here in Baltimore. Jonathan Scope and Chris Davis. We're scoreless on our Audi scoreboard. Starting pitchers look like they're on top of their game tonight. Tanaka making his first start in just over a month. Andrew Cashner perfect through 4. Trumbo struck out to end the first inning, his first at bat. Tanaka again quickly ahead in the count. 12 home runs, 28 RBIs. Trumbo spent some time on the disabled list, starting to heat up lately.
Yeah, Tanaka can go anywhere he wants now. 0-2. Expand the zone. Maybe with a splitter, slider down and away. Fastball up out of the zone. A lot of things you can do here. Huh? Romine wants the ball down.
When you were just talking there, Kenny, my first thought is you always think split with Tanaka, right? With 2 strikes, he's going to go to the split. It's Austin Romine's job behind the plate kind of to lead Tanaka to get away from that, just to get out of patterns. Like you said, maybe elevate the fastball. Good block there by Romine. Just so you don't become predictable, and that split can be a little bit more effective when you need it later on in the game. Trumbo 2 for 15 against Tanaka in his career. He's now 2 for 16. Another strikeout for Tanaka.
Well, you saw Romine give the pinky sign. It means fastball outside corner. And that's exactly where Tanaka put it. So as far as it went right, that might have caught one of the seams of the ball, caught the outside corner. Trumbo doesn't think so. This is the guy that's been hot. This is the dangerous hitter right now in the Oriole lineup.
9-game hitting streak, had that double in the second. Thought he had his 11th home run of the year. It's this ball hard to left center field. Gardner coming in, makes the play. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th.
Good swing, but it was off the end of the bat. Didn't carry. Once again, you can see right off the end. Scope was into pull mode on that one.
Manager Aaron Boone and pitching coach Larry Rothschild have to be very happy in that dugout for the Yankees. You can watch Tanaka throw on the side, get all the good reports from his rehab outing, and then when you see it out on the mound, all 3 pitches, getting ahead counts. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball to the right side, and that's going to beat the shift as Chris Davis picks up a 2-out base hit.
Flash, he has really a sweeping type swing. It's long, and this time he's able to get it kind of off the end of the bat, but is directly in between Walker and Gregorius and gets himself a base hit.
Davis not a threat to steal, so it's going to be 2 down. Trey Mancini will come up to the plate. Need a ground ball to Didi Gregorius in the 2nd inning. Kenny, you look at the numbers for Mancini. He's a better hitter than a 220 hitter.
Most definitely.
Always been impressed with the way he can drive the ball the other way. Covers the whole field. Mancini does have some power. 11 home runs, 24 RBIs.
And he's hitting in the low 220s. Last year, he hit 293. Flash. With 24 homers and drove in 78 runs. He's going to have to go some to get those type of numbers at the end of this season.
Davis a tiny lead. It'll be a 2-1 pitch to Mancini. A big swing and a miss. Tanaka just seems to be in total control of his rhythm, his mechanics, both sides of the plate.
You know, I'm a big believer in rhythm of a pitcher. When a pitcher's in rhythm, it's like clockwork. Gets the ball, gets the sign at the same amount of time between each pitch.
Comes the 2-2. Goes slider and just misses off the outside corner. 3-2 count. That's going to release Davis. Another look.
High leg kick. Yep, that's a little outside.
There's always been a saying around Major League Baseball, if you're going to throw it 2-2, you might as well throw it 3-2. We'll see if he comes back with that slider. As Davis will take off. It is another slider fouled off.
Now remember, the first at bat he came in hard with a fastball twice. Mancini missed one and then topped the other one. Now he's got him leaning for that outside corner now, trying to protect against the slider. Let's see what Romine calls. That looks like the split.
60th pitch for Tanaka coming. It is a split, and Mancini lays off. 2-out walk. First and second, 2 down for Joey Rickard. Rickard struck out in the second inning. Playing right field tonight. We saw Valencia in right field last night for the O's. Rickard first pitch swinging down the third base line. Fair ball. That's going to be extra bases. Davis scores easily. Here comes Mancini. The relay throw is going to be late. So Rickard a 2-out double right down the third base line, and Baltimore takes the lead 2-0.
Even before Rickard swings at the first pitch here and tops it down the third base line by Duhar. And with 2 outs, of course, the base runners are off with the crack of the bat. Mancini scores all the way from first base. Yeah, I was thinking about that 3-2 pitch he threw to Mancini, which was a splitter. Splitter is usually when you're ahead on counts and you're trying to get a hitter to chase. And of his 3 pitchers, 3 or 4 pitches, I think that's the least of which he'll throw for a strike.
Yeah.
And he went to that. My thought was a slider or a fastball might have been a better choice.
2 down. It's going to be Caleb Joseph, the number 9 hitter. Rickard takes his lead. The 1-0's fouled off.
So Rickard had 3 hits in the doubleheader. Has a big 2-out double to score a couple of runs here.
Tanaka trying to limit the damage. Set to work a little bit here in the 4th. The pitch count up to 63. Here comes pitch number 64. Here comes the 1-2. Goes with the split. Ground ball down to third. And Duhar up with it. Berg can't make the play. It looked like the throw was a little wide. Neil Walker's going to go over and tag Caleb Joseph. See if he turned to the inside part of the diamond. He did not.
The throw was a little high, and I think Berg was worried about maintaining contact with the bag. Here's the play, high chopper. With the catcher running, you got plenty of time. Yeah, I think Berg was worried about keeping his foot on the base and can only get a piece of it. Off the glove. Fortunately for the Yankees, ball doesn't get away too far. Joey Rickard stayed at second base. He came down the line, and it looked like Andujar might have looked at him. Then he went back to second.
It looked like Greg Bird was a little worried about contact, and Aaron Boone looks like he's waiting. They might challenge that Caleb Joseph was running inside the line.
And he's going to ask first base umpire Jim Reynolds. Home plate umpire Shane Livensparger. And he thinks that Joseph might have made contact with Bird and knocked the ball out of his glove. You can see that they did collide. He is on the grass. There's the collision with the glove. The ball comes out. Would have been a heck of a play by Bird to just hold on to it. I think the collision did knock the ball out. First baseman's gloves are, as you know, are a lot bigger than the regular fielder's gloves.
Well, looks like the play is going to stand. And that's the one thing you worry about Andujar when he has that kind of low arm angle, is working underneath it and sailing away.
So Tanaka's going to have to work a little harder here in the bottom of the fourth inning. For Andujar, that's his 6th error of the season.
So the inning continues. Tim Beckham, who had a base hit to lead off the third, as Larry Rothschild goes to the phone. Some activity in the bullpen. Tanaka starting to fall behind in some counts here in the fourth inning.
And his coach Mike Harkey nearest to the phone.
Looked like it was Gary Sanchez out there also with the shin guards on, maybe to get some work behind the plate, warming up some relievers. 1-0 to Beckham. That misses up. There he is. So a long bottom of the fourth inning for Masahiro Tanaka. That base hit, Beckham has his average up to 218, hit his 2nd home run of the year last night. Good hitters count here, 2-0. Jonathan Holder getting his gun hot in the Yankee pen. Mentioned Tanaka threw 69 pitches in his rehab outing. And we're looking to get him to 80. We'll see if he can close out the fourth inning. His rally started all with 2 outs for Tanaka. Looked to be in total control. Base hit by Davis, a walk to Mancini, the double by Rickard, the error by Andujar. A slider that just misses. .25 pitches here in the fourth for Tanaka. Comes to 3-1, and that misses. So a 2-out walk for Beckham. The bases are loaded, and Larry Rothschild wants to give Tanaka a little bit of a breather.
Two walks in a game in both this inning.
The classic pitching coaches conversations. You saw Larry Rothschild say 1 pitch at a time, slow down, we'll take care of it.
You notice there has not been he's just checking with the interpreter to make sure that Tanaka understands what he's saying, and Tanaka was nodding yes the whole time through. So I think that's the English words he has grown accustomed to. One pitch at a time. Execute.
With 2 down, they'll bring up Adam Jones, who has good numbers against Tanaka coming into this game, but he's 0 for 2. Fly out and a pop out. A big spot in this game for Tanaka, trying to keep it here. Baltimore has already scored 2 runs in the 4th. Jones looking to add on. First pitch from Tanaka, pulled foul.
And Jones is notorious first pitch swinger. He, like Jonathan Scope, he doesn't walk all that much.
Those were the numbers coming into this ball game. 407, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Comes the 0-1. Another ground ball pulled foul. Tanaka quickly out ahead in the count, 0-2.
Over the years, Jones has been susceptible to that slider down and away. But you got to get it down and away out of the strike zone when you're ahead in the count.
Yeah, Austin Romine going to go through the signs. Call a slider or a split, you got to be ready to block the baseball. 0-2 count. Tanaka goes split, another foul ball. Rickard off at third, Joseph off at second, Beckham off at first. Bases loaded. An 0-2 count here to Adam Jones. Tanaka taking his time. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tanaka gets him. So a long bottom of the 4th inning for Masahiro Tanaka. Baltimore's on the board. They lead 2-0.
Jack and Meredith will be along on the post-game show. We'll take a look at the standings. With the split of the doubleheader and the Red Sox win yesterday, the Yankees are now 2.5 behind, followed by the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Baltimore Orioles. Here we go to the 5th inning. Giancarlo Stanton will lead it off for the Yankees against Andrew Cashner. And the first pitch is low and away, ball 1. Not a Yankee has reached base as of yet as we look at the GMC scoreboard. Baltimore on top by a score of 2-0. The 1-0 pitch is popped up behind home plate. Caleb Joseph tosses the mask away and makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Stanton pops out sky high behind home plate.
Yeah, that is a big league pop-up by Giancarlo Stanton.
So with 1 out, nobody on, it'll bring up Didi Gregorius. The Yankees looking for a base runner. Didi might be your man. He's reached safely in 24 consecutive games against the Baltimore Orioles, and he's had a hit in 23 of those 24. And the first pitch is high and away for a ball. In those 24 games, he's hit 6 home runs against Baltimore pitching. Outside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. There are certain teams you seem to hit better against than others. Maybe even ballparks you hit better in some of them than you do in others. The 2-0 pitch, and Didi takes it in there for a call strike, 2-1.
That's a pretty good combination, right? You come to Baltimore, a great place to hit, and the pitching staff has been down the last couple of years, and you see the numbers for Didi against the Orioles.
That's not over the last 24 games, but over 61 games. Still good numbers. 2-1 pitch, and he lines it into left field for a base hit. There's the Yankees' first base runner. So Didi has now reached safely in 25 straight games against Oriole pitching, and he's hitting 24 of them.
Well, that is as good as it gets for Didi Gregorius, able to lay back on a breaking ball and just rifle it the other way. You have to be right on time mechanically to wait on a breaking ball like that and hit it on a line the other way. Nice piece of hitting.
So there's the Yankees' first base runner. Cashner will work from the stretch for the first time tonight. He'll bring up Andujar, who struck out swinging to end the 2nd inning. 1 out, 1 on here in the 5th. Andujar taking all the way, and it's low inside for ball 1. Straightens Andujar up, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Andujar should get a pretty good pitch to hit here. 2 balls and no strikes. Wasn't good to hit if he's taking it. It's just 3-0.
Turn him loose.
Was it 2-0? Go. This is a home run hitting team. Gets a cookie, take a big bite out of it. The 3-0 pitch. He's taken all the way, and that's in there for a call strike. Maybe it's a veterans only thing. If this is close to the strike zone, he's not taking this one.
Let's get the bat head out and try to tie it up.
The 3-1 pitch. Swings. He had a big swing and fouls it off.
Let's take a look at our Jeep hitter scouting report on Andujar. He's 26 doubles. That's top 10 in the American League, and 40 extra base hits, first among major league rookies. And I'm wondering about his mindset right now, right? He's having to answer questions about maybe Machado, rumored to be coming over to the New York Yankees. You wonder for a young kid how he's going to handle some of those rumors day in and day out.
3-2 pitch with a man on and 1 out, and it's hit in the air towards right field. Going to be a long run for Rickard, and he lays out and makes the catch. No, he did not. He rolled over top of the ball and could not hold on. It's going to be a foul ball.
what a bid for Joey Rickard. He covered a lot of ground, looked like he had it. And then it comes out, he tries to hug it close to his body.
It looked like Scope kicked the ball out of his glove, trying to avoid him.
I tell you what, did he have that for enough time?
He had it, but watch Scope's, I believe, his right foot. He has it there, and he rolls over the glove. I guess it has to be, you have to be stopped. A completion of the play and hold on. He was still moving on the ground. Still sliding. And no baseball. And Jim Reynolds was right there to make the call. So the at-bat will continue. What an effort by Joey Rickard.
Yeah, great bid.
Ball 4, and Duhar walks, and the Yankees have the tying runs on.
You guys were talking about Miguel Andujar in relation to Manny Machado, and he actually addressed that in the clubhouse today, saying that's something that I have no control over. Right now, for him, it's about focusing on what he can do for the team. It's about improving on a daily basis and trying to find better consistency all the way around. As far as acquiring Machado, he said that does not worry me. That's something that I can't have anything to do with. It's not productive for me to worry about that.
Here's Greg Bird with the tying runs aboard and 1 out. Good swing at that one, fouls it back. You know, I think back to spring training when Andujar, the worries were, are you going to make the team? So he's had some pressure before. And with this Manny Machado thing, he's right. You can't worry about it. Just play your game. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cashner rearing back, goes with the fastball.
He elevated a fastball the first at bat to Bird that he swung through. See what he does here. 0-2.
Ball and 2 strikes. Fastball up and in. Bird picked up his 10th RBI of the season last night. He's got a runner in scoring position, and Gregorius at second here. Foul that one back. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Looks like Cashner thinks he's found something against Bird. A lot of fastballs and elevated, coming right at the left-handed hitter.
This is the Yankees' best chance at a rally this tonight. First 2 men they've had on base have come here in the 5th inning. Two and 2. Veteran Andrew Cashner. Bird hits this one deep to right field, way back, no doubt. This one is gone, and the Yankees have taken a 3-2 lead. Maybe one fastball too many. Home run number 6. That's what the Yankees have been waiting for from Greg Bird.
Every pitch that at bat from Cashner was a fastball, and finally Greg Bird got ready a little bit early. That was right on time.
So the Yankees break through, and in a big way here in the 5th inning. A 3-run home run off the bat of Greg Bird, following a single and a walk. Their first 3 base runners of the game have all scored. Here's Romine. The count is 0-1. Little bouncer over the mound. Scope up with it near the bag. Strong arms at the first, and there's 2 outs.
We'll take another look at the swing. Joseph wants it in. It leaks to the middle of the plate just a little bit. You love that finish by Greg Bird. Right on time, perfectly balanced, good backspin.
That's headed for Utah Street. Here's Neil Walker, who grounded out to first, his first at bat, and he takes a pitch in there for a strike. That was a no-doubter. Right man at the right time. The 0-1 pitch to Walker, and he has a good swing and fouls it back. And he's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Yankees get their first 2 hits of the game this inning. Cashner had retired 13 consecutive batters to begin the ball game. Walker fouls this one off as the bat will continue. And he allows his 16th home run of the year. And it puts it behind in the game. Another foul ball off the bat of Walker. And certainly got it for Greg Bird. Flash, it's got to be somewhat of relief. I think he's been inching in this direction, though.
You know, I mentioned earlier some of the metrics are saying he's starting to hit the ball on the line a little bit more, not rolling over the ground balls as much.
Ball and 2 strikes on Walker.
But obviously, as a hitter, you need to see the results, right? I mean, you can all the time. Way to swing it. Keep swinging it. At some point, I got to get a big hit, and that was a beautiful swing.
Off-speed pitch, foul tipped into the glove of Cato Joseph. But the Yankees take a 3-run lead on 1 swing of the bat. Greg Bird, home run number 6 on the year, a no-doubter. The Yankees lead 3-2 at the end of 4½. And here's a career resume. 3rd overall pick by the Orioles in the 2010 Major League Draft. A young man out of Miami, 4-time All-Star. And 2 Gold Gloves at 3rd base. Also a Platinum Glove in 2013. 30 home runs, 85 RBIs or plus each of the past 3 seasons. Here's Machado leading it off. The end of 5th inning. And he swings and drives it deep to left field, and we're going to have a tie ball game. Not wasting any time, he jumps on the first pitch, and that's home run number 22 on the season. And this is why he's an all-star, folks.
Well, Tanaka obviously struggled in that fourth inning. He comes out here for the fifth, and the first pitch he throws ends up going a long way. Manny Machado having some year. Possible free agent, will be a free agent, possibly traded by the deadline. He's putting up the numbers.
Here's Mark Trumbo. Little chopper foul in the home plate area.
Take another look at the pitch. It spins middle of the plate. And Manny Machado does not miss mistakes like that.
So with that, we are tied 3-3. Another foul ball off the bat of Trumbo, and it's 0-2. Jonathan Holder is throwing again in the Yankee bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. Little bouncer foul in front of third base coach Bobby Dickerson. Looks like the ball boy couldn't handle it.
You know, manager Aaron Boone's trying to get that pitch count up to about 80, which is where he said he wanted it to be for Tanaka. But also with all the struggles in the fourth inning, the solo home run to lead off the fifth. Got a tie ball game you have to worry about.
The Holder's ready to come in the game. Two and two. You get the feeling, or make it 1-2. You get the feeling that if another man gets on, that might be it for Tanaka.
Even if he gets him out, it might be it, right? You get that pitch count right at 80.
Yeah, that's true.
It was easy the first 3 innings. He struggled in the fourth at 30 pitches.
Line drive. Gregorius hauls it in, and there's 1 out. And you're right. That's going to be it. He gets Trumbo out. The pitch count right on the nose of 80. And that's going to be it for Tanaka tonight. Jonathan Holder will be coming in the game to pitch for the Yankees when we come back in a 3-3 ball game here at Camden Yards. Velocity presented by Spectrum Internet with faster download speeds and better performance. We'll take a look. 109.5 miles per hour and 444 feet off the bat of Manny Machado. And that ties the ball game at 3. His 22nd home run of the year. And a new pitcher for the, look at the numbers from Tanaka. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. You can see he's disappointed. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 80 pitches on the nose. That was the goal before the game. As he is, this is his first game off the disabled list. There are the numbers on Jonathan Holder, who's been excellent out of the pen. And he's in there with 1 out now in the 5th inning and facing Jonathan Scope, who has doubled and flied to left field. Holder deals, and the first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Scope increased the hitting streak to 9 consecutive games with that double in the 2nd inning. Just missed a home run. In fact, it was reviewed. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Ball hit in the air to right center. Let's see who's going to make the play here. Looks like Judge, and he'll haul it in for the 2nd out of the inning. So there are 2 down. Two down for Chris Davis. Jonathan Holder, we've mentioned this in the past. He's out of Mississippi State University, and it happens to be the alma mater of Oriole manager Buck Showalter. Down there in Starksville, Mississippi. Here's a pitch to Davis, and it's looked like Romine thought it was a strike. Didn't get the call. Ball is hit high in the air to center field. Looks like Hicks is going to make the play. He does, and that's it. But the Orioles tied up on the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th. Manny Machado going to hit it into the seats, and it's a 3-3 game at the end of 5. On Fox, Luka Modric leads Croatia against Harry Kane in England. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. on Fox, or stream all the action live on Fox Sports app. And the first pitch of the top of the 6th is a called strike to Brett Gardner. We're in a 3-3 game, a tight one here at Camden Yards. Gardner's 0 for 2. He's flied to left and grounded to short. Cashner deals, and Gardner takes another pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So who are the guys you got yesterday in that promo? I got Luka Modric, but I also got Harry Kane.
I'm trying to eliminate that memory from my brain.
The 0-2 pitch, and Gardner takes low for a ball.
Brilliant producing by our producer Bill Bolin, giving you that read instead of me. He learned his lesson yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, we get down to brass tacks in his World Cup now. Semifinals. Gardner hits it on the ground to the right side. Davis on the backhand has it. Cashner covers, and there's one out here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring up number 99, Aaron Judge. You know, one thing I've noticed over the years, that sometimes when a pitcher has to cover first base and get over there quickly with a fast runner going down the line, the infielders take their time getting the ball back to them, and even some of the pitcher will change the ball just to catch his breath a little bit. And here's Judge.
I was actually impressed how Cashner got off the mound right there with Brett Gardner running, obviously hustling.
Judge has grounded out twice. Through the right side, and it's a base hit. So Aaron Judge is on with one out here in the 6th inning. Nobody was home over there except for Davis. This time he avoided him.
Aaron Judge is very consistent with his approach, middle the other way. And we see how Baltimore was defending him. It's a nice rocket right to second base, picks up a base hit.
I remember years ago, Tim McCarver. He was a teammate of mine briefly. It looked like Chad Green warming up for the Yankees in Montreal. And when you got an opposite field hit or somebody got one, he would say there's a lot of glue on the other side of the field. That pitch is high for ball one. Opposite field hits. Ball is hit hard but foul. Look at Jim Reynolds, first base umpire, skipping out of the way. That was the Reynolds two-step right there. A ball and a strike on Hicks, looking for his first hit of the night. He's grounded out, struck out. The shift is on once again. Check swing, a little high, a little away. Did he swing? No, says third base umpire Chris Guccione. So Hicks will jump ahead on the count. Not only are the Aarons next to each other in the outfield, they're next to each other in the batting order. Judge and Hicks. Off speed pitch, line to Davis, and there's a double play. Inning over. Hicks hit it hard, right on the nose, but poor direction. Going to the bottom of the 6th in a 3-3 game. refreshing finish. Let's take a look. 2001 All-Star game. That was in Seattle. This is when Alex Rodriguez convinced Cal Ripken to play shortstop one more time, and Chan-Ho Park drilled one right down the middle, and Cal Ripken Jr. took it out of the park, so to speak.
That Ripken with the low hand stance there, right? He changed the stance all the time.
Many a time he changed his stance, maybe during the course of ball games. Career resume, 21 major league seasons, all with Baltimore. 2,632 consecutive games played. That's a major league record. I don't think that's going anywhere. 1982 Rookie of the Year, 2-time American League MVP, 19-time All-Star, and a world champion back in 1983. And there is the statue of Cal Ripken, Hall of Famer, beyond the bullpens in left center field. Here we go, bottom of the 6th inning. Trey Mancini will lead it off. New pitcher for the Yankees is the hard-throwing Chad Green. There's an example of a good fastball. Mancini's late and he fouls it off. Mancini is grounded to short, walked and scored. Strike 2, 0-2.
Well, we just showed those numbers for Chad Green, and it just reminds me of what Dylan Betances was telling Meredith Marakovitz, that this guy should be considered for the All-Star game. Sometimes pitches in the middle of the game, maybe doesn't get all the attention the back end of the bullpen guys do, but what a year he's having.
Fastball upstairs, and Mancini couldn't get it.
Well, Flash, it's funny, when you speak with Chad Green, he'll tell you that he's had a so-so year. It's been up and down. And I said, Chad, you have 54 strikeouts and ERA under 2. And one thing he mentioned, yes, he has that fastball that he gets so many swings and misses on, but his breaking stuff is something that he's continually working on, tinkering with, trying to get that better to have it be a bigger weapon for him. But he's doing just fine with what he has used so far this year. I asked him about that All-Star game.
That's a foul ball down the right field line.
And he said, sure, it would be an honor, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go home, spend some time with my wife. It'll be fine. Had I been selected, it would have been great, but that's not something that's in his control.
You have a feeling, though, Meredith, that there might be some All-Star games in his future.
There's no doubt about it. And look, there could be some guys that are scheduled to go that are pitching before that can't make it, as he strikes out Trey Mancini here to lead things off. But it's one of those things where he seems to continually get better. And I also asked him, do you remember even the beginning of this year where you were talked about as a starter? Does that just seem like a thing of the past with how dominant you've been out of that pen? And he said, it feels like that has been so long ago, I don't even think about that anymore.
Well, as you said, he's done a fine job out of the pen. Strikeout here, and now here's Joey Rickard, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike. Rickard, a 2-run double with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Bouncing ball, Green snags it, using that 6'5" height to advantage, and there are 2 down.
Well, you love Green, and his mechanics are so simple and direct towards the plate. We'll get a great look here as he finishes in a fielding position, reaching back across his body. Nice athletic play.
So 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th inning, and the number 9 hitter, Caleb Joseph, will come to the plate. Couldn't get that one. Foul tips it into the glove of Romine, and it's strike 1. Yankees 3, Baltimore 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Count levels, a ball and a strike. Joseph is struck out and reached on an error. Bouncing ball towards short. Nice hop for Didi Gregorius. Throws on the run. That's it. Orioles go quietly against Green. It's on to the 7th inning in a tie ball game.
All-Star final vote ends tomorrow at 4 p.m. and Giancarlo Stanton is in the running. Make your final vote selection for Stanton at Yankees.com/vote and catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 17th, live on Fox and ESPN Radio. And Giancarlo Stanton will lead off the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Stanton, Gregorius, and Andujar. Andrew Kashner back out there for the top of the 7th. We're all tied up at 3 on our Cadillac scoreboard. Stanton struck out and popped out 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back. .22 home runs, 52 RBIs. Numbers against right-handed pitching have steadily improved as the year has moved on. Kashner had the count 0-2.
Just enough movement on that fastball flashed it. You can't quite square it up.
Well, we got Dellin Betances going through his routine, and Stanton swings and misses at a slider down and away, 1 down. And the lady in the stands doing the same routine.
Of course, Dellin getting ready for maybe an appearance in this ball game. If she comes in, yeah, that could be a big problem for either team.
With 1 down, will bring up Didi Gregorius. He's 1 for 2. At the first base hit of the ball game against Kashner. Scored on the Greg Bird 3-run home run. Fouled straight back just underneath our booth. Kenny, while we have a minute, I want to give out some well wishes to Ed DeRoberts, who's watching the game upstate New York, otherwise known as Rocky, a little bit under the weather. So I know Ed's with us tonight, so hope you feel better soon, Ed.
Yeah, get well soon, yep.
It's the 1-1 to Didi. This ball hit hard right back up the middle. Jones coming in, lays out, cannot make the play. It's going to get by him, and Didi Gregorius will cruise into second base with his second hit of the ball game, a 1-out double.
The effort was there for Adam Jones, but he couldn't quite get to it. This ball is sinking line drive off the bat of Didi Gregorius, who has a multi-hit game. Now, there has been talk here in Baltimore, Adam Jones eventually moving from center field. Didi, you know what he's thinking, get down, get down. And you know what? This might have cost Didi 3 bases.
Well, you know what that thought is, and there's no excuse for it, but Adam Jones is such a good center fielder, right, that you just expect him to run that down. It didn't happen. And Duar, first pitch swinging, a rocket in the left field base hit. Gregorius to third. The Yankees are set up here at the top of the 7th.
I'll tell you, Andujar does not waste any time. He sees something he likes, he's going after. It's Miguel Castro warming up in the Baltimore bullpen.
Getting ready in a hurry. Looks like he's ready to go as Buck Showalter is going to walk out to the mound. And he's going to make the call to the bullpen. We're going to have a pitching change. So things heating up here at the top of the 7th. We're all tied up at 3. Don't miss an all-new Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripes, for a behind-the-scenes look at the Yankees AAA farm team. On this episode, hit the links with the Rail Riders in their annual charity golf tournament. Catch Homegrown tonight following Yankees coverage right here on Yes. Manager Buck Showalter making the call to the bullpen. There's a line on Andrew Kastner. Had it going early on. Greg Bird, 3-run home run. The only blemish for him tonight, 96 pitches. He will hand it over to Miguel Castro. Tall right-hander. You see the numbers for him. The 3.14 ERA, 51 2/3 innings.
30 walks may be too many in 51 2/3 innings.
It'll be first and third for Greg Bird with 1 out. He's first pitch swinging, skies at the center field. Adam Jones going to settle underneath it. Should be a sacrifice fly. Gregorius tags. The throw goes into second base. And the Yankees take a 4-3 lead.
And Greg Bird has now driven in all 4 runs. That run is charged to Kastner.
Two down will bring up Austin Romine, who struck out and grounded out, 0 for 2. Castro tougher on righties than he is on lefties.
As Flash describes it, you can see by this slinging type action. Former Toronto Blue Jay. There's been talk of Castro eventually becoming a starting pitcher. The Orioles are looking for starters.
Big sweeping breaking ball misses. He's held righties to a .214 batting average. Lefties hitting .271.
This is his 37th appearance of the year. Only Michael Givens has been in more games. Givens has appeared in 39s.
There's Givens.
They both have similar type motions.
3-0 to Romine. We'll see if he has the green light. He takes a strike. Well, Greg Bird, 4 RBIs tonight. That ties a career high, the 3rd time he's done it. The Yankees have been waiting for him to get it going a little bit offensively. Good night tonight.
The game's not over yet.
Long way to go. Andujar takes his lead. Not running. Romine swinging. Full count. A release Andujar from first base as Davis will play behind. Here comes a 3-2 to Romine, fouled off. See the uncomfortable swings by Romine. You know, the backside goes one way. Trying to hang in there. Tough against this delivery.
You've been there before.
Oh yeah, I know how this feels. Well, Austin has done such a great job driving the ball the other way. We'll see if he can stay on it. Breaking ball misses just off the plate inside. Castro doesn't get the call.
Well, Castro is walking towards the dugout. They might catch some flack from the Oriole bench. That moves the runner into scoring position. Let's take a look. What do you think?
I think the catcher got a break right there in Austin Romine. Just spinning, maybe clips the inside corner on the box.
Wasn't a target low and away? And I think Joseph had to move the glove quite a bit. That's why he didn't get the call.
2 down to bring up Neil Walker.
Walker had 3 hits in yesterday's doubleheader. Trying to get off the interstates here.
Well, O's are playing him to pull in the infield. We've seen Walker go the other way, hitting left-handed. He pulls this one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. And Duhar around third. He's going to score easily. And Neil Walker getting it done out of the 9-hole. A little two-out base hit and RBI. And the Yankees lead 5-3.
How big was that Romine walk to put a runner into scoring position? And Walker's going to give way to a pinch runner. And he drives in a big run here with 2 outs.
Now the Yankees getting some contributions from Greg Bird, a big night. Walker, a big 2-out knock.
Tyler Wade's going to take over at first.
Pinch runner, and then obviously he's going to go in and play defense at second. 2 down to bring up Brett Gardner. Swinging a hot bat lately. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Hit the ball hard his last time.
I'd like to see a ball in the gap here just to see Wade and Gardner run.
What about Austin Romine?
Yeah, well, he should be able to score on a ball in the gap from second base.
Believe me, Austin's thinking the same thing. Hit it to the gap and make it a little bit easier for me. Good take by Gardner. Romine off of second, Wade off of first. It's a 2-0 to Gardner. Slap the other way. Machado comes up with it, the strong throw, and he gets Gardner. The Yankees have a productive top of the 7th inning. They add 2 more runs and take a 5-3 lead. Gardner out by half a step, but the Yankees lead. Now it's time for the game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 5-3 Yankees to knock a solid early, struggled a little bit late. Cashner had a good outing. Yankees finally got to him. Greg Bird, 4 RBIs, a 3-run home run, and Manny Machado, a solo blast. Bottom of the 7th, Chad Green back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Had a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Quickly gets ahead of Tim Beckham. Yankees got through the doubleheader yesterday with their bullpen in great shape. We're able to go to that bullpen early here. Holder, now Green.
We saw Betances stretching. Oh, we also saw that lady out there stretching as well.
Tyler Wade takes over at second base. Cadillac scoreboard, 5-3 Yankees, bottom of the 7th. It'll be Beckham, Jones, and Machado here in the bottom of the 7th for Green. Comes a 1-2, fouled off. We're going to look at our fast pitch speed analytics, which is brought to you by Fios by Verizon. 96 miles an hour for Chad Green on that last fastball. Boy, it registers 96, but it seems like it plays a little higher.
It's hard to get on top of a high riding fastball.
One, two, another high fastball fouled straight back. That'd be a good time to work on that breaking ball that he was telling Meredith about, that he's been tinkering with.
Just feature one here down and away,
yeah,
even if it's not a strike.
Maybe you got Beckham sped up a little bit here with all those fastballs. He's fouling straight back.
I love it when you're catching, Flash. Calling the game. Now they're going another fastball here.
Romine setting up in. It ends up down the middle. Another foul ball.
All right, let's see if he doesn't shake you off this time. Just make sure you get it away on the out at third, and if it breaks off the plate, fine.
Romine going through the scouting reports in his mind, looking down at Beckham where he's setting up in the box, and he wants that elevated fastball. Here we go again. Fly ball, easy play for Aaron Judge, so Chad Green wins the battle, 1 down.
Almost disappointed when he doesn't strike somebody out.
One down will bring up Adam Jones. He's 0 for 3 as a strikeout. Jones 99 hits, 23 doubles, and 10 home runs. Kenny already told you earlier, hasn't hit a home run in a while. Chad Green trying to keep it that way. Perfectly located fastball for strike 1.
You know, we've talked about Machado, we've talked about Britton, but Adam Jones kind of falls into the same boat, but he's holding more of the cards. He's a 10-5 player.
Line the other way, right off of the glove of Greg Bird. A 1-out base hit for Jones.
So Adam Jones cannot be traded without his permission.
So 10 years in the big leagues and 5 your last 5 with your team.
With your team, yeah. That's been in vogue for quite a long time.
It's a pretty good place to be.
Yeah, I was there. I remember when I signed my last contract, Hank Peters was the GM. And I said, Hank, this is going to make me 10-5. He says, I wouldn't trade you anyway.
There you go.
Which was nice to hear from the general manager.
Manny Machado having a good night. 2 for 3, his 22nd home run of the year. That went over 440 feet. For 6 against Chad Green. A couple of strikeouts. I always like Machado's setup. Open stance, and then he kind of glides back closed. Takes fastball off the plate, 1-1. Some activity in the Yankee bullpen. Looks like David Robertson starting to go through his routine. There's a good look at Manny's stance. A little bit open, and then glides closed. Fastball off the plate. David Robertson. Two-1. That misses off the plate away. Machado ahead in the count, 3-1. See what Chad Green is thinking here. He has that mid-90s fastball with some good life. Austin Romine wants a fastball away. Good swing, fouled straight back.
But the pitch count is up to 25, and I think Aaron Boone, with Robertson warming up here, I think he doesn't want Green's pitch count to get up too high. And a couple of right-handed hitters coming up next. Trumbo and then Scope.
It's a 3-2 power against power as Machado drills it to right field. Judge going back, leaping, it's gone.
Wait a minute.
Looks like Jim Reynolds is saying that's
it stayed in.
Stayed in. That looked like that. It was out of the reach of Aaron Judge and up over that line.
Here comes Buck. He wants an explanation. Take a look at Aaron Judge. Leaps, hits the concrete and comes back.
So on top of that roof is not a home run?
You know, I would think it would be.
Yeah.
Off the go. Oh, he almost caught it. Now they're going to take a look. I think this one will be a homer if it doesn't have to clear where that youngster is. Judge got a glove on it. Now the fans have just seen it here in Baltimore, and they think it's a home run. They've been in this park more than we have. They know the ballpark. It's a home run.
A two-run shot from Machado, so his magical season is continuing.
You know, to me, that's why it was really important to get Adam Jones out. Manny continues around the bases.
Machado 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs.
His value is going up on the trade market. He's kind of setting the value level himself.
He's showing all those scouts. I can pull it to left field, hit it 440. I can drive it the other way.
Yeah, but some of the stadiums they represent aren't as friendly as this one.
We're all tied up at 5. Trumbo first pitch swinging, fly ball to Aaron Judge in right field. 2 down.
Here's another look. I think he kind of fought this one off. It didn't really get extended, but he got the good wood. There's the leap by Judge.
What a try by Judge.
Yeah, if he doesn't get it, there's nobody going to get it. And Manny kind of knows it's a home run. The signal from the umpire comes that it's not, and he's wondering what's going on here. I've hit that before.
2 down to bring up Jonathan Scope. Extended his hitting streak to 9 games. Line drive the other way. Tyler Wade, nice play to end the inning. Baltimore gets something going. Manny Machado having a big night here at Camden Yards. We're all tied at 5.
the Orioles. The series finale coverage begins at 6 with outing batting practice today and the Chevy Yankees pregame. It's right here on Yes. It's streaming live on Fox Sports Go. And Sonny Gray gets the start for the Yankees tomorrow, and Dylan Bundy will go for the Orioles. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. on Yes. The original 1954 foul pole from Memorial Stadium, which was up on 33rd Street here in Baltimore. That's the one that was in right field. I stood in front of that many a time.
Did you ever hit it?
I know I hit the one in left field. Aaron Judge takes a pitch from the new pitcher Michael Givens, who takes over for the Orioles here in the 8th inning. Judge had him single his last time up and is 1 for 3. It's a 5-5 game. Ooh, big swing, and it's fouled back. 1-1. Yankees 5 runs on 6 hits. The Orioles 5 runs on 8 hits. Judge fouls another one back. It'll be Judge, Hicks, and Stanton. There's Chad Green thinking over that 2-run homer to Manny Machado that just got out of here over the outstretched glove of the man at the plate, Aaron Judge. Foul tip into the glove of Caleb Joseph, and Givens picks up a strikeout. Machado's done well against the Yankees. 6 home runs, 10 runs batted in, and a .378 batting average. That's this year. Here comes Hicks, who's grounded out, struck out, and lined into a double play. Off the plate for ball 1. Givens, the 3rd Oriole pitcher. Cashner, Castro, and now Michael Givens. That will level the count at a ball and a strike. 97 miles an hour with the fastball.
Yeah, Givens has it going on tonight. Threw it right by Aaron Judge. Came right at him with fastballs. And again, Aaron Hicks. Little 3/4 arm angle ball jumping out of his hand tonight.
Off the end of the bat, it's going to be tough to get Hicks. The long throw across the diamond, and he's safe. Davis with the big stretch. Beckham throwing off balance. I believe that's going to be an infield single. So Hicks has his first hit of the night.
I know Aaron Hicks is saying that his hamstring feels fine, but on a swing like this, and you're trying to bust it down the line to pick up an infield hit, you're hoping he comes out of it all right, and it looks like he does. Davis just can't come up with the short hop. Another look at Hicks coming out of the box. Looks like he's fine.
So he's aboard, and Giancarlo Stanton will come to the plate to face Givens. Throw over the first. Hicks has stolen 7 out of 8 this year. Stanton looking for his first hit. He struck out, fouled out, struck out again. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Pitch is fouled off, and Stanton down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Givens 0-6 this year after back-to-back years of 8 wins out of the bullpen. of an underhanded toss, and Hicks got back easily. Stanton with a bouncing ball. Davis steps on second. Now a rundown, and Hicks is out. So Stanton bounces into a double play, and that'll do it for the Yankees here in the top half of the 8th inning. Chris Davis retires Stanton. Now they go after Hicks. Matches tomorrow night as City hosts the Montreal Impact at Yankee Stadium. Coverage presented by Etihad Airways begins at 7 p.m. on Yes 2 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. For a list of Yes 2 channel locations, go to yesnetwork.com. We're all tied at 5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. David Robertson is now on to do the pitching for the New York Yankees. And that is what is his 41st appearance of the year.
Robertson last worked on Sunday, picking up the save in Toronto when Chapman was down.
He'll face Davis, Mancini, and Rickard here in the bottom of the 8th in a 5-5 game. Davis has a base hit, 3 trips. And he swings at the first pitch, fouls it back to our left and out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, and in on the hands and fouled off again, and it's 0-2. On the Hyundai scoreboard, we're all tied up at 5. The 0-2 pitch. Davis bounces it foul near the Orioles dugout. That is Zach Britton. If the Orioles score this inning, he'll be in the ball game. The 0-2 pitch bounced, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball in the dirt. Romine throws the bird to complete the putout. Now a quick word from Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet. No data caps, no contracts. Just faster speeds with better performance.
So Davis strikes out. They'll bring up Mancini, who's grounded to short, walked and scored, and he too been a strikeout victim tonight. Robertson, nice curveball in the dirt, got Davis to chase. Mancini takes low and away for a ball. Again, low and away. Ball 2-0.
You see David Robertson not real happy with himself, yanking a couple of fastballs down and away.
Back to the screen, and it's 2-1. You just got the attendance figures for tonight's ball game. 18,418. 18,418 here at Camden Yards. Robertson fights back from a 2-0 count. Now it's 2-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. Got Davis the same way. 2 up and 2 down on strikes.
A couple of nice plays by Austin Romine behind the plate, making sure you keep this baseball in front. Kind of goes to one knee, angles his upper body the right way, and then the play after that is easy.
It's like you said, give it to me in the dirt. I got you. Here's Rickard. Had a big 2-run double in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, the Yankees will have Gregorius and Duhar and Bird. Bird has driven in 4 of the 5 Yankee runs tonight. That breaks off the glove of Romine, and it's 1-1. You can hear Robertson groan when he delivers the pitch, and it brings you back to a number 30 of years ago. That was Nolan Ryan, and he would groan. See if we can give a listen here. Yep, you heard that. It's fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes. All in the effort. You think he goes with the same formula here? Breaking ball in the dirt?
Why not?
It's worked twice in a row.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
Rickard fouls this one off, and the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes, maybe a little lower. Flash mentioned that save for Robertson. Against the Blue Jays. He's got 2 saves this year. Ground ball towards short. Gregorius lays back. Rickard can run. The throw to first is 2 steps in time. That'll do it. Orioles go quietly. On to the 9th. Zach Britton coming in. Of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Zach Britton will come on here in the top of the 9th inning. A couple of left-handed hitters scheduled for the Yankees. Be Gregorius and Duhar and Bird. There are the numbers for Britton. We had mentioned yesterday that during his workouts in the offseason, he tore an Achilles tendon. And of course underwent surgery and has just recently come back. This is his 13th appearance. Got off to somewhat of a slow start, but is now regaining form, and he has been one of the better closers in the American League the last few years. Here's Gregorius. Got a multi-hit game going. And he'll take a pitch for a call strike. Didi has singled and doubled and scored a couple of runs. Britton is known for his very hard sinking fastball and a pretty good sharp slider. Line drive. Didi's got himself a 3-hit night. A leadoff single here in the 9th inning. 3 for 4 for Didi Gregorius.
Didi Gregorius locked in tonight. If you can get this sinker elevated off of Britton, who's not throwing as hard tonight as he threw yesterday. Yesterday he was hit 97. Like that was 94 miles an hour. Gregorius able to work right underneath it, hammered into right field.
So he's aboard and bring up Andujar, who like Gregorius has scored a couple of runs tonight. 1 for 3 with a walk. I don't know if you heard that at home, but as Andujar started to square around the bunt, you heard the shots from the dugout of no, no. Maybe he's just trying to draw the infielders in. Listen.
Well, he did what he was told, right? He pulled it back, tried to slash.
The 0-1 pitch, and he doesn't get this one. 0-2. I think Aaron Boone would rather have him swinging the bat.
Well, you got the lefty Bird obviously having a good night behind Andujar, but you're right. Aaron Boone wants Andujar swinging the bat, left-handed pitcher against a right-handed hitter.
I tried to get time, not granted, and then he swings the pitch out of the strike zone.
A lot going on in the first 2 pitches.
Boy, that was a good play by Caleb Joseph. Tough sinker to block.
I always thought with a fastball you can't really block it. You don't have enough time to react, but Caleb Joseph goes down to his knees, flips that glove over, and is able to deaden that fastball in the dirt. Good play.
Gregorius on at first with a leadoff single here in the 9th inning in a 5-5 game. A weak swing and a miss, and Andujar has struck out. One down for Bird. Bird's hit a 3-run homer and has had a sacrifice fly. Go back to the 5th inning, Flash.
Fastball after fastball, and finally Greg Bird got the bat head out and just hammers that ball down the right field line.
There's a call strike at 96 miles per hour. You know, with all the scouts here, there's a lot of talk about Britton being on the move.
Well, you see the numbers for Britton and they're elevated, but when you watch the stuff, it's coming back. 95, 96 with that good movement.
Check swing. No, he went around too far, and it's 0-2. Britton in the driver's seat here. No balls and 2 strikes on Bird. Didi at first with 1 out. Throw almost went over the head of Davis. Good snag by the first baseman. You can see the first base umpire Jim Reynolds ducking. He's had a busy night too. Had a good swing at an 0-2 pitch and fouled it back. Britton's not too happy with himself after that pitch.
That's the right attitude. If you're Greg Bird, though, against a sinker baller in the mid-90s, make sure you get the ball up. Exactly what Greg Bird did. Good swing, fouled straight back.
Chopped foul. Bird remains in the 0-2 hole. Romine's up next. These two teams have kind of fought tooth and nail all season long. 4-4 in 8 games. Another toss over the first. So the Orioles, as badly as they've played this year, they came in with a record of 25-66. They've given the Yankees all they can handle this year. In the dirt, knocked down. There goes Gregorius. The throw to second is in time. They got him. Caleb Joseph recovered a pitch in the dirt. The Yankees might want to challenge this. We'll take a look.
They see the throw is offline a little bit. Well, it looked like Didi might have got his hand in there.
Don't walk off the field, Didi.
You know what? Even if he's out, I like the aggressive play by Didi. Gregorius taking a chance. I think he's in there.
Watch the left hand. They're going to take a look at it. The Yankees are challenging.
It is such a hard play for a catcher to block the ball in the dirt, go out, pick it up, and make an accurate throw. The throw was offline a little bit. A nice play by Machado, getting the tag down quickly. We'll get another look at it. Is there enough to overturn it? Another angle.
Yeah, this one might take a little while. They're going to have to see every angle on this play. Well, you either have a runner in scoring position with 1 out or a man at the plate with 2 outs. Didi's looking up at the scoreboard and the video board to get an idea. It is that close, folks. And usually when it's that close, the play will stand. The Yankees are hoping for the other. Are they getting close? This could turn a ball game. Let's see. He's out. Not enough to overturn it. So the Yankee fans are booing, the Oriole fans are cheering. And here's the reaction from Boone. He thought there was probable cause to have Didi safe at second.
I have no problem with Didi Gregorius with that aggressive play right there.
All right, count is 1-2 on Bird, but now there's 2 outs and nobody on. Another pitch in the dirt, and the count levels at 2-2. Bird, 3-run homer in the 5th, sacrifice fly in the 7th has driven in 4 of the 5 Yankee runs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's on to the bottom of the 9th. Britton picks up a couple of strikeouts. The Yankees don't score. They're going to have to hold them at 5. WB Mason postgame and get a recap of tonight's game against the Orioles, plus a look ahead to tomorrow's series finale. It's only on Yes. Dellin Betances. Try and hold them right here. If the Yankees are going to win this one, it's going to be an extra innings. Betances has been pitching very well of late. Looking at 164 batting average against, and the 68 strikeouts in 38 2/3 innings. He'll get 9, 1, and 2 in the Oriole order as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Hey, Flash, I just got wind of something that will require your attention. Wilson Ramos of the Rays just hit his 14th home run of the year, which ties your Rays record for a catcher. And he's got almost half a season to go. He's the all-star catcher of the Rays. Having a good year.
Having a good year.
Yeah. Betances deals, and it's in there for a call strike. And he, too, is rumored to be traded, maybe back to the Nationals.
Really?
Although I believe Matt Wieters came off the DL like yesterday or today. Joseph drops down a bunt, but it's going to go foul. So I'm just preparing you for your name to come out of the record books down there in Tampa Bay.
I'm surprised Toby Hall didn't hit more than 14 home runs after me.
Last year was just too hard to do, man. 0-2 on Joseph, who'll be followed by Beckham and Jones here in the ninth. Robertson had a 1-2-3/8 with a couple of strikeouts. Good job. Low and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Caleb Joseph working on an 0-for-3 night.
Well, Betances has talked about using his fastball more. The numbers have gotten better. We expect a breaking ball at some point here to Joseph.
Oh, there it was, no call. 2-2 the count.
Well, you can't do it much better. Right on the outside corner, just misses. Romine tries to bring it back. They don't get the call.
And this one hits him. Joseph nicked by a pitch. And he'll be on leading off the bottom of the ninth.
Aaron Boone not happy. He thought the pitch before should have been a strikeout. It was off the plate. But this is disappointing. A curveball that gets away from Betances to the number 9 hitter. Oh. Not the way you want to start off the bottom of the ninth.
Well, let's see what Beckham does here. Kind of surprised that the Buck Showalter hasn't run for his catcher, maybe because he's not in scoring position. You know, with these short benches nowadays, when you make moves, you got to make them at exactly the right time. So Joseph is at first. I would suspect that Beckham was going to bunt. You might have a pinch runner in there, somebody faster, as Betances steps off. No throw to first.
We'll see what Buck Showalter's thinking here. Beckham, if he does square to bunt, obviously Betances not the easiest guy to bunt against. Power fastball up in the zone. There's the bench for Buck Showalter.
No sign of the bunt, but it's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's why I didn't think he was bunting. There's no pinch runner. Beckham so far this year has not had a sacrifice bunt. The Orioles as a team only have 5. That's kind of gone by the wayside in this day and age. A ball and a strike on the Oriole third baseman, who is 1 for 3 with a walk. Upstairs. They say that heat rises. Ball hit in the air to right field. Judge coming on, and he'll make the catch for the out. Joseph returns to first base. Here's Adam Jones. He had a hit, and it was a big one at the time. A base hit in front of Manny Machado's 23rd home run of the year and 2nd of the game. That enabled the Orioles to tie it in the 7th. That base hit was Jones's only of the night. He's 1 for 4. Strike 1 call from Dellin Betances. Two for 14 with 8 strikeouts. Oh, and 2. Jones wearing out that gum. The 0-2 pitch. Drives it towards the right field corner. On the move is Aaron Judge. He will not get it. It's a fair ball. Caleb Joseph is the third. He's going to hold on there. It's a double for Adam Jones. That ball just fair down the right field line. And we'll take another look.
And the fastball elevated, and Jones' last couple of at-bats trying to drive the ball the other way. You're thinking it might slice foul, and it's just fair.
So what this does, it leaves the base open for Manny Machado. The Yankees can walk him if they want to. He's got to go.
Have to walk.
And Manny even knows that he's taking off his batting gloves and his shin guard. So Manny's headed to first base. That'll load the bases with one out for Mark Trumbo. Manny has gotten, he's among the league leaders in intentional base on balls. So bases loaded. Let's see how the Yankees want to play the infield. Looks like they're about, let's see, they're about halfway.
Wow. Well, I guess Joseph doesn't run that well in third.
Yeah, they'll give themselves some more room. The pitch to Trumbo. Swung on it, missed, strike one. Two for 8 with a strikeout, and he's been hit by a pitch by Betances. Trumbo tonight is 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Betances jumps out ahead on the count.
Watch Trumbo. He locks up on that breaking ball. Obviously not getting a good look at it. Austin Romine, not sure picking up on that.
Trying to dot the outside corner and just missed. 1-2.
Betances throws a perfect 0-2 fastball just off the plate. Could have went either way.
Ooh, 100 miles an hour. Swung on it, missed, strike 3. He got him. There's 2 down. Now a fly ball, or a decent one, will not be the ball game. So Trumbo is a strikeout victim.
Boy, Dylan Betances just has such a confident demeanor about him now. Think back to the beginning of the year when things weren't going his way and just kind of get away from him. That was a perfect at-bat to Mark Trumbo.
Here comes one of the hottest hitters on the Orioles. Jonathan Scope is doubled, flag to left, flag to right, and line to second. 1 for 10 with 6 strikeouts, and that one's just outside for a ball. Two outs, the bases loaded in a 5-5 game here in the bottom of the 9th. Joseph at third represents the winning run. Scope takes, and he takes a strike. 1-1. Ground ball to first, and off the glove of Bird into right field. Joseph will score, and that will do it. Baltimore wins 6-5 here in the bottom of the 9th. And they are mobbing Scope out near second base. Ball hit hard off the glove of Bird, and that enables the Orioles to win this one. And they have taken 2 of the first 3 games in this 4-game series. And I'm sure we'll get another look at that play.
Kenny, you mentioned it. Scope really has been swinging a hot bat lately, trying to rebound after a slow start to his season. Looked like he was picking up the spin on the breaking balls from Dellin Betances. He went fastball away, hit it hard going the other way. Tough loss for the Yankees.
Let's take a look at it, Flash.
Well, he hits it hard.
And we get the word that's going to be scored. A base hit for Scope and an RBI to win the ball game. Looked like Bird was there off the thumb of the glove and on into right field.
I mean, that's a play. You have to knock that ball down at least. You can see Greg Bird can't believe it. It was hit hard, right to his glove side.
So we'll be back with more as Baltimore wins by a score of 6-5. Plating a run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Jonathan Scope, the hitting hero for Baltimore.